All right, you're looking at the EZ409HD Small Wonder 1080p camcorder by RCA. Check this thing out. Look how small and thin this little camcorder is. This is a full 1080 camcorder. It actually shoots 1440 by 1080, full progressive scan, 30 frames per second, and I can't really say the price because they change all the time, but just over, you know, between 100 and 150, somewhere in the middle there. Can't talk more precise than that, but very affordable camera. If you're going to go on vacation, if you have kids that are growing up, you can't afford to get an expensive video camera. Maybe, you know, one like this is a little bit out of your budget. This is much more affordable. I mean, we're talking about thousands and thousands of dollars. You might have to sell your car, your house, or your kids, or get a second mortgage. This, you know, you just eat ramen noodles for a couple weeks and you can afford to buy one. Very cool little device. Let's take a look at it. I'm going to show you right up here in the front first. This is your little lens right here. It does have a microphone input right there and a little viewing mirror. Now you can't see it right now, but you're going to see that's producer Dan right there in the reflection. That's more useful for when you're recording yourself. Yes, you know, you may be slightly vain and you want to record yourself, and maybe you want to use this as a webcam. This is going to give you that little mirror so that you know that you're perfectly framed up. There's a little rubber strip here that's very, very nice as well to make sure you have a nice, good grip on it. Also, right over here, you're going to see you do have a selector switch. It gives you HD, Sports, and Web. Now, HD is the full highest quality. That's going to give you about 5 hours on the provided memory, which is actually a 2 GB micro SD card. Now, in Sport mode, one down, whoops, that's going to give you about 8 hours. And then in web quality, that's going to give you about 40 hours. That's a good way to use a webcam. You can actually turn this thing into a webcam, which is really cool. I think the internet features are kind of some of the cooler features of this little camera. Basically, if you want to upload to YouTube really quickly, it has that ability. You can also email photos really quickly. So that's all really nice. It also takes 12 megapixel stills. So if you wanted to use it as a regular camera, you could do that as well. Now I'm going to turn it on over here. I'm going to show you what the screen looks like. It's a 2-inch LCD screen. As you can see, it comes up pretty fast. So if you want to record quickly, you can do that. Now I want you guys to notice, see how it's kind of zoomed in? This camera has no zoom built in. It actually is a 2x digital zoom, but that's not the same as an optical zoom. It's not a lens that's zooming in. This lens is a fixed focal length. So basically, I just wanted to let you know is that you have to stand a little bit further away from your subject to get a good shot. So if I wanted to take a picture of myself, see, I got to go pretty far back to actually get that image. So that's one thing to keep in mind when you're using one of these. But still very useful little camera, especially with the fact that it can record 5 hours of HD. Now, right there is where you're going to put your micro SD card. So if you want to basically put a micro SD card in there, it comes with a 2 GB one. But again, you can go all the way to 32, I believe, is the current size for micro SD, right? Yeah. So that's a lot of storage, and if it does 5 hours on a 2 gig card, you can only imagine what it's going to do with 32. Now, also, the battery on this is pretty important to note. It's a built-in battery, and it's really cool because it gives you tons and tons of hours on that built-in battery. It'll actually go for several hours on a single charge, and it'll charge up very fast as well. It can charge over USB. Because you do, as you see here, you have both HD out and a USB. I'm going to open these up so you can see them. But basically, you can just plug it into your laptop and it's going to charge itself. There is the mini USB, and right next door, it's got the mini HDMI. Now, that's cool because you can plug it into a TV, use it as a webcam or recorder, use it as a monitor. It also has an AV out, so if you want to use an older TV that has a composite, you have that ability too. So very, very cool little camera. It's the EZ409HD. 30 frames per second, 1440 by 1080, 30 frames per second. And in case you're curious, it does shoot a compressed format. It's actually H.264, so that's very web friendly, really easy to upload to YouTube, and pretty easy to convert to other formats to edit the videos. The only thing I can recommend to you is that you make sure you keep this on something sturdy when you're recording. If you're just walking around like this, it's not going to look good. So basically, you know, if you can, hold it really still, tuck your elbows in, and record like that, or just put it down somewhere and hold it up against a table. That's a good way to do it. And there you go. That's it. If you have any questions on it, feel free to email me, and I'll see you guys next time. For more information on the RCA EZ409HD digital camcorder, type in A299-2036 into any major search engine.